It started last week when I was just in a mood. You know, I've been going through a crazy season where I've been purging closets and I've been getting rid of old belief systems and I've been changing my routines, and my downstairs decor was just not matching. It wasn't getting the energy that I needed every day to feel fresh and alive and inspired and creative. So I decided to open up ChatGPT and see what it would say about my drab home decor. I just wanted to get a little bit of feedback. I had no idea what was about to happen. I had no idea it was going to go to this level. When I tell you how much money I've saved in using this hack, why would you not? I'm not here to show you perfection. In fact, you're gonna see shoes on the floor and vacuum cleaners, and that's fine because this is life. This is my real life with a full family of 4 living here, but you can see the essence, the before and the after. So let's start with scene number 1, and that is my kitchen. One of the things about redesigning and decorating is figuring out the skill of how to reuse pieces or change up pieces from one place to another. So you can save money, but also reuse those beautiful pieces, giving them almost a second life. So I had a couple things I was working with in my centerpieces. I was using those terrariums from my Target video months ago. I had them lined up along my kitchen counter, and I was just feeling like it wasn't standing out enough. It wasn't giving me that beautiful sigh when you walk into a kitchen and you see someone's centerpiece. So I decided to take this ginormous wood, almost like boat that Brian bought for me for Christmas, and these amazing faux artichokes, and see what I can do. So here's the initial picture that I took. And I asked ChatGPT simply, I said, can you please help me with my centerpiece and make it more beautiful? That was the only condition that I gave it. And it started listing out some really cool ideas. But I'm a very visual person. So then I asked it, I said, could you actually give me a picture of what this could look like? And what happened next is something I would never do, never be able to put together myself. It gave me this picture. And I was like, wait a minute, I can do this. So what did I do? I got in the car, I went over to Home Goods. I was like, okay, I need to find these flowers. I need to find the eucalyptus. I ended up, let me show you, okay? Let me show you what happened. I ended up finding this really cool string of, it's almost like balls. What are people gonna do with this otherwise? It's just like threaded together with a string, basically, like a ribbon. Anyway, I found all the things at Home Goods. And what do you know? Ta-da, I put it together. I'm still working on the candles. I need to get 3 gold candles here. I can't seem to find them, but you get it. When I sent a picture to Brian, he was like, what the actual? Like, how did that happen, honey? I'm like, I know. Once I got there to here, again, showing it what I was already working with, it just basically tweaked a couple things. It was super easy to locate at Home Goods. Then I was on. I was like, let's do this. So Act 2 is the kitchen table. Now, the kitchen table was also a pretty drab place for me. I didn't know what the heck to do. So I sent it the before picture and I said, great, now can you kind of tie in what you just did in the kitchen to this kitchen table? And boom. Now, I would not have located or come up with this incredible blue patterned pillow, but I was like, this is amazing. There's something about pattern and texture and also layering when it comes to really good design. Like, the professionals know. And if you are not a professional, it is the hardest thing in the world to figure out. But also, ChatGPT knows too. So I took its advice. Again, I was at Home Goods and I found these insanely beautiful pillows. Now, I'm bummed because I did not film any of this. I was so focused on pillows for my kitchen and then pillows also for my living room to kind of blend in and match. I stacked my cart up. I had it all ready to go. I'm going through Home Goods. I was stopped at least 5 times. People were like, that is so beautiful. Like, whatever you're doing there is incredible. And that's when you know. When people are complimenting you on your Home Goods cart, you know that you're working with a professional, okay? This was professional level status, you guys. I am not taking the credit. I'm not. All I did was I got to the store with a big cart and the pictures. And I just took this blue and I threaded it all the way through to my living room. Oh, and then it also really challenged me a couple different times. It was like, bring in those white hydrangeas, bring in those white hydrangeas. So I did. I have to pause though. These hydrangeas from the Martha Stewart line, they're like a real feel line that she came out with. They look 100% real. They are amazing. I've also seen them at TJ Maxx. They are a score. So look for this tag when you are shopping HomeGoods, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx with her line, because it is like the price point versus what you're actually getting is absolutely stunning. Only $12.99 too. So here we have like the beautiful hydrangea, artichoke, centerpiece, very simple, sophisticated, beautiful, blended now into the kitchen table, which I can't even with these pillows. Like they're so gorgeous. I would have never thought they would have looked good in this room, but it's just the texture. Again, the pattern, texture, and color combo here. It just really looks upscale, high-end, very like coastal elegance is what I was going for. And then HomeGoods was such a good find today. I actually blended in some beautiful blue pillows. I kept my white Anthropologie fur ones on the couch, and I blended in the blue into that room too. Thank you to another inspiration from ChatGPT. So with that being said, this probably would have been multi-$1,000s if I hired a designer to help me here. And every time I walk in, I feel so good. And what do we say, right? Feeling good is your superpower. When you feel good, it changes your mood, it changes your brain chemistry, it changes your day, it changes everything. When I feel good, I'm just now more at peace. I feel more serene. So again, it's about aligning and matching that vibration to how you want to feel. So we have Act 1 kitchen, Act 2 kitchen/living room. Before we go on to Act 3, my foyer, I want to give you a couple different tips with ChatGPT. It is very simple. This is you just having a conversation as if a professional was in your house. You could even just take a picture of your couch and say, please help me here to make this look better. Now, I will say though, you can choose any style. If you know of a designer that you love, if you want to have a Martha Stewart house, if you want to have a Joanna Gaines house, if you want to do a Pottery Barn look-alike house, but just know, once you get started on the project, if you change it midway, it will change your whole palette. Okay, so at one point, ChatGPT glitched on me. I think it's because I was taking so many pictures and we were having such an in-depth conversation, and I lost my inspiration for my couch. And I said, whoopsies, let's try that again. Make this look really beautiful. I love Restoration Hardware. I love Pottery Barn. That's not what I fed it at the beginning. At the very beginning, this centerpiece, all I said is, can you please give me a gorgeous high-end centerpiece look? That's all I said. But once I got to the couch and it glitched, I said, what would like a restoration look like? Well, it went from my entire blue palette. In fact, it said, kill the blue palette, do olive green. Oh no, like, oh shoot, my version 1 designer disappeared. So I had to kind of coach it back to the pictures that it sent me. And I said, no, this is our palette. And we finally got back there. All to say, you can keep this very simple. Just say, I want a gorgeous high-end palette for my couch. Or I would love to make this table look like Restoration Hardware. You guys, imagine what we can do over the holidays. And to have it make the picture stunning, especially if you take a picture of what the table or the couch already looks like, it's going to visualize it for you. Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy here. It's so good. So I took pictures of the whole journey all the way through. And if the pictures don't do it for you, you also could just follow the written guidance, because it gave me a lot of written guidance ideas as well. So that's just super exciting. Let me now show you what I did in my foyer. The foyer has been a point of contention for me since I moved into this house. We've done so many different things. You see it now all the time. You see it during my videos, but I just really wanted a standout look. This room just needed help. And so as I took the picture initially, what I love the most is ChatGPT gave me really beautiful feedback. It said, your pictures hanging on the wall are so good. We have to make sure to balance the toss pillows to bring that out and to really match the energy that the elevation of this room is giving. And so it and I went back and forth many different times around the pillows, but where we landed was a really great in-between that welcomes you into the house and follows the theme of where your eye is going to go around all the new decor once you reach the kitchen. So when you walk in, you see these great pillows. How it redesigned my centerpiece was beautiful too, and I ended up getting rid of the woven big centerpiece. A lot of what it was encouraging was a beautiful white centerpiece. Well, I realized I've been sitting on this Restoration Hardware dupe vase that's been in my office. So I pulled the vase out. I found these amazing faux stems at TJ Maxx and I just tried it on and it was like, boom. It was like, yes. It also gave me like a lot of other ideas of things that I could do with that centerpiece. But for now, I slowly stepped away and was like, I think we've reached a good place. When you feel good in your home, there's no price you can pay for it. That's why designers charge so much money, because it is definite pattern interrupt that helps you see the world in a new way. When you have a beautiful home, you have a beautiful life. If you like these quick hacks, especially with ChatGPT, let me know, because her and I, we're friends now. I can show you some other fun ways to basically change your life in the best possible way. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Mwah.